Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Eric, and I'll tell you what, I am doing great because we are going to check out Dust and Elysian Tale on Xbox Live Arcade. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the only really great game in this year's Summer of Arcade. I liked Hybrid, but I'm going to say this is the only great, like truly great game in the entire Summer of Arcade promotion. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. That's really been a pretty disappointing year for that. It's only, a few games that are really worth playing at all in it. And it's just really baffling because they could have released, Fez or Trials Evolution or I don't know, one of those earlier games as a part of this year's Summer of Arcade promotion if they'd really wanted to. I don't know, the whole seasonal promotion thing is getting kind of ridiculous with Microsoft and their Xbox. But anyways, this is Dust. It's awesome. This is me hacking up some dudes. And as usual, we're playing from the very beginning of the game, so you're going to see about the first 20 or so minutes.
Dust.
So after that little prologue, we're going to get into some story stuff here. And it's a flying, talking sword. This game is already sick. Talking sword. Man, I'm tripping balls.
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
So this is just kind of the setup of the story. It kind of goes on for a little while in the beginning. You see you've got your dialogue options here. You can kind of cycle through different conversation choices with some of the NPCs.
No offense, but aren't you a bit, well, small?
And yeah, very gorgeous. Not quite Disney-like, but it's like a children's cartoon movie. It's like the stuff that I grew up on as a kid. Like Secret of Nim and that kind of stuff. Very cartoony, very high definition, polished art style here. It looks very, very, very nice.
You said your name was Fidget?
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
And that makes sense that it would look good. Because this game was developed pretty much exclusively by one guy.
And you're Dust?
His name eludes me right now. It starts with a D. Whatever. It was developed by one guy, more or less. He had a little bit of help in terms of, I think, the music. But other than that, over the course of 4 or 5 years, just slaved away on this, and originally he was an animator, so it makes sense that everything would look really, really pretty.
Right now, it's the only thing that knows.
But maybe
I don't even know
a little more surprising is that it plays excellently, and it's just really dense and feature-rich, and we'll get into some of that after these guys stop talking. But right now, they're setting up the story. You have amnesia. You found this flying sword. Little flying rat chick. Fox bat thing. Is the guardian of the sword. And your name is Fidget. And your name is apparently Dust, according to the sword. But I don't know who takes advice from a floating, talking magic sword. And you're going off on a quest to get your memory back. But Fidget just wants to take the sword back home.
Before anyone notices it's gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on.
And here we go. Got an Avatar award. It's down on the D-pad. There we go. Not down on the control stick. So, as you can see, we are now swinging around the talking sword. I can't imagine that's incredibly pleasant. And smashing through stuff in the environment. So yes, this is a side-scrolling melee combat-based game.
What is it?
A little bit like the dishwasher and the dishwasher vampire smile, maybe, except
And there's something just ahead.
with maybe a little bit of Metroidvania thrown in for good measure. A little more in the way of exploration and story than those games ever had. And here we go. Here's the map to illustrate that point. Grab these little flying orb things, you get a new ability. So in this case, I got the dash ability. So let's just show that off. Whee! Got a note. Notes are basically kind of like the audio logs in BioShock or Dead Space. They just kind of flesh out the story a little bit. And here's a big, fat, glowing box of loot.
All right, we found a chest.
Correct.
But
We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
so you need keys to open all these chests. At which point you can pick locks, stuff like that. And picked up a mysterious wall chicken. This game definitely has a certain quirky sense of humor to it. I don't know if you saw earlier, but that chicken, it was a healing item and it popped out of the wall when I smashed it open, so that's where they get that from.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
So that was a little taste of the aforementioned melee combat.
Nobody said
Just
anything
tapping out a
about
few basic
monsters.
combos there, but we'll get a few more unique abilities really soon.
Wield the blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
Yeah, take that. eating at these guys with his sword. Talking sword knows business. And I picked up a ring, or a blueprint for a ring, rather. That's a hint at the crafting system in the game, which will come into play not too long after the video is over. We unfortunately won't get to see it because it is kind of deeper into the game. But yeah, there's crafting. You get different components from drops and chests and stuff like that, and you can actually combine them to make new items, which is really cool. Especially in a game like this, you wouldn't necessarily expect it to have such a level of depth. Okay, new ability time. The Dust Storm. This one is pretty cool. This is where the combat starts to really get its legs.
I like it.
Hold Y to perform the Dust Storm. But beware. Skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press B, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The Dust Storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
Alright, I think I understand.
If this is all too much,
So that's really the crux of the combat. Building up your combo
Thanks, Fidget.
and
I'll take a look
throwing
at
in
everything.
some of Fidget's crazy moves with your Y button combo. And Fidget will get new moves eventually too, so you can spew out, you know, huge fireballs and stuff like that. You can see, like, every once in a while I'm getting some crits. So your weapons will have different critical hit bonuses and stuff like that that you have to take into account. Dean, that's the name of the guy that made this. Wikipedia did. Dean Dodrell slaved away on this game for at least 4 years. And here we go, we picked up another note. So as you can see, very full-featured for a game that was essentially developed by one dude. You got leveling, you've got different weapons, you've got plenty of different attacks to learn and stuff to craft, and you got dialogue trees. It's got it all, man. Speaking of leveling,
You just leveled up.
hey,
Is that
I just
what I
leveled
did?
up.
Feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more powerful.
So this is the character sheet. Every time you level up, you can dump points into health, attack, defense, or fidget. Dumping those points into fidget is how you're going to get new moves and stuff like that. And as you get on in the game, you'll find that you can get status effects, and so can fidget. She can be silenced, so she can't toss out her fireballs or her magic energy projectiles or any of those moves, which is pretty annoying. Alright, it looks like we're nearing the end of this area, but oh, there's treasure nearby, somewhere.
Wow. It's really beautiful up here.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
I'm
Wah,
sorry I got you
wah.
mixed up in this fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen
So a lot of the story is going to be
I've stayed
based
here
around
before, in this very
slowly
spot.
unraveling the memories that you've
Recognize
lost.
the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor. if we
Well,
wanna
let's
any
get down to
closer.
the valley floor then. What are you waiting for?
Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Go, go, go! So we've got an updated objective now. We have officially made it out of the starting area. Grabbed a few healing items there. I know, there's a bunch of dudes over here. Got a wall chicken. Everything is looking good. Oh, another wall chicken. And some keys. Perfect. So now we can open up those chests. So you can hold down that spin attack for a really long time, and I guess really you can keep going for as long as you want to, but you'll see if you look next time that he starts glowing red as the longer he holds it down. And so eventually you're actually going to start taking damage from the energy it takes to use that move. But you only really see it if you hold it down for a very long time. Okay, treasure's nearby somewhere. Gotta find that chest now that we can unlock it. Leveled again, very nice. Let's dump it into defense. I don't have any defense right now. That's kind of bad. So you see it's not incredibly difficult to get up to a pretty high combo right now. I just got up to 152, and you can most certainly get higher than that, which is really satisfying. Ah, Chesty. You meet at last. So here's the lockpicking minigame. Just a simple 4-button QTE. You grab some money, maybe grab a little bit of loot. Got a warped pendant. This actually is going to increase my attack and my luck stats, so I'm going to equip that. And as you can see in there, there's a pretty large character sheet where you can equip tons of stuff.
Is there somebody in there?
Oh, what is this?
It's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
A merchant lies in wait.
Oh, he's a merchant.
Friends frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
I wasn't frightened. Just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
I've been expecting
2012 and we're still making Resident Evil 4 jokes, huh?
merely a friend with many wares.
Guess so.
Shall we conduct business?
I mean, yeah, that game was a classic and everything, but it's been a while. Alright, let's buy some mushrooms. I have a feeling we're going to be encountering some poison guys pretty soon.
Before you leave, might I propose an offer?
That would depend on the offer.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a
And
gift.
that's our
Should you find a
brief introduction to crafting. We've got a blueprint now, but we won't actually be able to craft with it for a little while longer, so I'm just going to let it go. I don't want to go on too much longer with the video. It's kind of a game that you should see for yourself too. So I think I'm going to call it right here.
Me a new material type. I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward,
Or after the cutscene anyway.
the first new material you sell me.
Ah, he'll buy them at a high price.
Well, yes.
Alright, well that's going to do it for Dust. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Bye!